everyone. You're listening to the VitQ Dating Podcast, where we talk dating, relationships, and travel here in Vietnam. And I'm your host, Gary. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in today. On today's episode, we're going to discuss what is a Vietnamese girl from Hanoi like, and where do we meet them in Hanoi. My guest for today is Dong. He's from northern Vietnam and just finished his studies in Hanoi. I invited him on the show today to give us some perspective on what girls from Hanoi are like and what the dating culture over there is like. So Dong, thank you so much for coming on the show today. I'm glad to have you here joining us.
Yeah, hello everybody. Let's first of all, let me introduce about myself. My name is Dong. I'm 24 years old and now I'm working in Hanoi. I'm so happy to be a guest for today.
Okay, so Dong, can you tell our guests a little bit about the girls, the Vietnamese girls in Hanoi?
In my view, the girl in Vietnam, the girls in Hanoi are so nice and beautiful.
So you say beautiful. So how would you compare the girls from Hanoi compared to the Vietnamese girls from other parts of Vietnam?
And the girls in Hanoi, in my view, have more knowledge than the girl in other parts. They are more dynamically and their communication better than the girls in other parts.
Okay. So you mean to say the girls are more educated in Hanoi?
Yes,
Okay. So they've had a lot of schooling in Hanoi.
yes.
And in terms of what about their looks? Like how do the girls in Hanoi look versus a girl, let's say in Ho Chi Minh City or Da Nang? Is there any difference in how they look?
Yes, they look. Um,
Are they taller or are their skin whiter? What's the difference?
um, I never come Ho Chi Minh, but uh, I can see them on internet. In my view, the girls in Hanoi is cuter and they look better than the girl in Ho Chi Minh.
Oh, okay. So the girls, their faces is much prettier,
Yes,
and compared to Ho Chi Minh City.
yes.
Okay. Is their skin? I've been hearing a lot of things from some people. They saying the girls from Hanoi they have lighter skin too, and also from my own experience, meeting girls from Hanoi, their skin color tends to be a little bit lighter than the girls I see in the southern Vietnam or even central Vietnam.
Because in Hanoi we have 4 seasons. So we have autumn and winter. In that seasons, we uh, don't have a
Summer,
no no sunny.
suns. Oh, sunny. Okay, the
But
sun.
in Ho Chi Minh, we just have 2 reasons. We have a sunny all the year.
Right, yeah. So in Ho Chi Minh City, we have a sunny season, like a
Yes,
dry season, we call it, and a
yes.
wet season, right? So where it rains every day, like right now, like where it rains practically every day here in Ho Chi Minh City.
The
Yeah,
skin, because of that, the skin in Hanoi is lighter.
I see. Do the girls in Hanoi, do they cover themselves in a lot of clothing to prevent their skin from getting very dark? I know here in Ho Chi Minh City, the girls they love to wear like sweaters, jackets, hats, everything when they go outside in the afternoon. Do they also do that in Hanoi?
Yes, in winter and in early spring, we have to do this to keep warm ourselves.
What about during the summertime?
Summertime, mm, it's it's so hot. Maybe up the degree up to 40 degrees.
Uh-huh.
When we go outside, the girl in Hanoi wear a lot of clothes like limza,
Okay.
limza.
Like jackets? You mean like denim?
Yes,
Denim jeans? Okay. So it's similar to Ho Chi Minh City then, right? When it's hot, when it's really sunny and hot, they love to cover themselves in clothing to prevent their skin from getting too dark, right?
yes.
And what about their physical appearance? Are girls? Do you find girls from Hanoi? Do they tend to be taller than girls from the south or the central regions?
I don't know your question.
Okay. Let me rephrase that one more time. The girls in the north, are they, in your opinion, are they taller than girls in the south or in central Vietnam?
Mm, a little bit taller.
What would you say the average height of a Vietnamese girl in Hanoi is like in centimeters or meters?
You ask me again.
Yeah. What would you say is the average height of a Vietnamese girl in Hanoi? Is she like 1 meter 60, 1 meter 65, 170? How tall is a girl that if you were to walk outside right now, like the
Ah,
average height of a girl you see on the street?
you mean the the meter of the girl
Yeah,
what
yeah. Yeah. If you see any girl on the street, normally,
or
how
for
how tall how tall are the girls in Hanoi? Like, for example, here in Ho Chi Minh City, the girls they tend to be very short. I think for me, in my opinion, I think they're around 1 meter 55, something like that. 1 meter 58. So, what are the girls' average height like over in Hanoi?
okay, I've just searched on internet.
Well,
The girl in Vietnam just tall like 150 56 meter, 156 centimeter.
centimeters.
Just
Okay. Okay, so let's move on to a different topic. What about their clothing style in the north? Do they dress very conservatively, or are they very fashion conscious? Are they very flashy with their clothing? Like, if, for example, here in Ho Chi Minh City, girls they love to wear like denim shorts that are really short, and they like to wear tank tops, that sort of things, or summer dresses. What about in the north? Do they dress similar to this, or do they like to wear more, like more traditional type of clothing, like just or more conservative with their clothing?
in some case for festival or some special day, they wear like that. So short clothes. Um, they wear short and jacket in winter. Although the weather is so cool, so cold,
Hmm.
but normal day in the winter they wear so much clothes because women is weaker than men
What do you mean by weaker than men?
about health.
Okay,
About health.
so how come they wear summer clothes if they're weaker than men when it comes to
Oh,
health?
in summer, so I really love to see them. They just wear slim clothes and short. I
Uh-huh.
don't know. I don't know how to answer, but short and t-shirt and dress. No
Okay.
skirt.
Okay. So they look really pretty, is what you mean.
Yes,
They
yes,
look very, very pretty in the summertime. But
Yes.
in the winter time, you can't see anything, right? Because they're
Yes.
wearing too many clothes, so you can't see the skin or anything. But
Yes. In
in the summertime, you're very happy when you go outside and you can see all the beautiful Vietnamese girls wearing their summer dresses.
just Vietnamese guys really love to see see them in summer.
Okay. So you talked a little bit about their personality. You said they're nice. Can you tell our listeners a little bit about that? Are they nice to everybody, or does it take some time for them to warm up to someone, to become nice to someone? Like for example, if I were to go up to a Vietnamese girl in Hanoi right now and I tried to have a conversation with her, would she be very happy, very friendly with me, or will she just kind of be a little bit cold and guarded?
Almost she will really friendly to other people if they come to talk with them. They really respect.
Even a stranger.
Just you can come like in Ho Chi Minh. You can come somewhere, some place like Bùi Hiền Street, or
Yes.
in Hanoi. You can come the place like Hoàn Kiếm Lake. The girls in there really friendly, so you can talk to anyone. They will respect you.
I know around the Wan Kim Lake area, you have a lot of university students, or maybe even high school students, that like to look for foreigners to practice their English. Is this true?
Yes.
And also in southern Vietnam, we have the same thing over on Bui Vinh, near Bui Vinh Street. It's a park. It's called 23-9 Park, and there's a lot of students that like to go there to look for foreigners and ask them if they can practice their English.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on now. So how do men in Hanoi meet girls?
How do men in Hanoi met a
Yeah,
girl?
yeah. How do you meet girls? Like, let's say for example, like you, if you wanted to meet a girl right now, how would you meet a girl? Do you meet her? Do you go on Tinder or something like that, like an online dating website? Do you go to a club, a beer club, a nightclub, or do you meet her through school, through work? How do men date? How do they meet girls in Hanoi?
Yes, we have many way to meet girl in Hanoi. In the park, in club, in school, or in internet, or maybe through her girlfriend. In the park, we just come to the girl and talk.
So you just approach a girl at a park and you just try to talk with them.
Yes.
Does that work in Hanoi?
Yes.
Yeah, really? Because in Ho Chi Minh City, I find it's a bit more difficult. Girls are not very trusting of strangers. If I try to go and talk with a girl, she's not very open with me. She's a bit guarded. They get kind of suspicious when you talk with them on the street.
Some words like utilitarian. Utilitarian. The girl in Ho Chi Minh is utilitarian, right?
Okay.
They just care about money too much.
So they're materialistic, is what you're saying. They only carry about money and wealth.
Yes.
They're very materialistic. So, okay. But what about the girls in Hanoi? Because I've been hearing the same thing about the girls in Hanoi. They're saying they're also very materialistic. They like to display status for people to see. Like they buy a car to show off, or they like to wear brand name clothing. Is that also true?
A little bit girl will do like that, but in the park or in school, I think they will not do this.
Okay.
For dating online or just for dating online, they can require this easier than in park or school.
Right. Yeah, I've had some bad experiences with online dating with some girls. They ask me for money or ask me to buy them things over in Ho Chi Minh City here. Is this also a somewhat common thing over in Hanoi?
Yes, but in Hanoi we hardly see them, hardly met them than in Ho Chi Minh.
Okay. So let's go back to earlier. You said you can talk to a girl if you see a girl in the park. So how do you take me through this? How do you talk to a girl if you see her in at the park? What do you say to her? So say for example, right now you see a really beautiful Vietnamese girl and you wanna talk with her. What do you do? So you walk up to her and then what do you do?
I just come up and say, "Hello, you are so beautiful, and I want to make friends with you. Is it okay?" So we can um, we can front about themselves like a like age, where you
Mhm.
from, and do you have a girl boyfriend like that. They will answer you.
So this actually works if you go up to them and you directly tell them how you feel about them. Like if I see a girl in Hanoi and I'm like, "Oh, hello, I just noticed you by here. I think you're really cute. I wanted to come over here and get to know you a little bit better. Is that okay?"
Just
Girls are fine with that.
almost girl will answer you if you do this.
And how receptive would you say the girl is to talking with you after you tell her that? Is she going to be happy that you came over and said that to her, or is she going to be kind of scared of you, maybe not want to talk with you anymore?
They will shy, but they will answer almost no question.
Okay, that sounds pretty good because I know the girls in Ho Chi Minh City, they're very shy if you do something like that with them. So oftentimes, if I want to talk with a girl, I have to not tell her I find her pretty in the beginning. I have to look for an excuse. Maybe I ask her for directions, or maybe I ask her, "Do you know where I can eat some food? Where is the best banh mi sandwich?"
It will better if
It,
you if you do this, but I because have a I don't have a knowledge about this case. So if me, I will do this, but I think they will answer. If if I do like you guys, if I do like you, tell me. It will be more effective.
uh-huh. So you're saying it would be more effective if you do it my way versus telling them directly that you like them.
Yes.
Okay. And okay, so we talked about meeting girls through person at a park or by the lake or online. And okay, let's talk a little bit more about clubs now, nightclubs specifically, because I know in Vietnam, at least in Ho Chi Minh City, it's very difficult to meet women at a club because it's all tables. They all have tables and they all have like sofas and chairs, and then they have a security guard between the tables. So and it's very loud, right? The music is very loud. I feel like I'm gonna go deaf or something like that. It's just complete thumping. So I find it very difficult to meet girls that way and to approach them. So how would you meet a girl at a club then? What's the best strategy for meeting girls at a club? Or should you even go to a club at all? Maybe you shouldn't go to a club in Hanoi.
It will be the difficult question because I never in this case. So
Okay.
but I think in the bar like nightclubs, mm, just come up and drink beer and ask something like in the park. or you can go some special street like Bùi in Ho Chi Minh, like Bùi Hiền Street. In Hanoi we have a Tạ Hiện Street. Drink beer.
This is the French Quarter, right? The old quarter area, you call it.
French.
The old quarter, the area where there's a lot of bars and beers and a lot of foreigners, right? Like a backpacker area, right?
Yes. So if we see only one or two girls in one table, no boy, no any man, we can come and invite her a drink. So talk about anything you want.
So you should get a table then, right? And then if you see a girl, you invite her over, or do you just walk up to some girls and you just invite them?
The first case.
Okay, so getting a table first and then inviting the girls over, because before I went to a beer club one time with my cousins, and I saw a lot of security guards there. And it was very difficult to talk with girls because the music was very loud. And when you tried to talk with the girls in one table, her friends did not look very happy that you were talking with the girl, especially the men. The men did not look very friendly when I tried to talk with the girls. So I just wanted to see if that was the case in Hanoi or not.
Maybe the same.
The same, okay.
Yes.
So the men will kind of try to cock block you. They'll try to get in your way and ruin your chances with the woman.
Yes.
Okay, so let's move on to the last question I have for you. Can you tell our viewers or listeners a little bit about the dating culture in Hanoi? How does dating occur? So you meet a girl through one of these methods. You know, you date her. What are some things that the woman expects you to do in the relationship? Like I know for me personally, with one of the girls I'm dating, like she expects me to text her all the time and every day, and if I don't do it, she gets really angry and upset with me, and then she accuses me of not caring about her. So do you have like some like these kind of unwritten rules in the north with the girls as well?
The culture for dating in Hanoi, we have many places to come and take pictures. For if you want to flirt a girl, just make friend and invite her to go somewhere, and we will they will have many experiences, so they can understand each other more. And like in Ho Chi Minh, girls in Hanoi always text maybe any for the person they love. They can text anytime they free. Go somewhere, go someplace to take a picture, go cinema or shopping malls.
Do you go to a lot of coffee shops on dates? Do you do a lot of coffee dates in Hanoi?
Coffee date.
Yeah, coffee. Do you go to a lot of coffee shops on dates? So you go to Highlands Coffee, maybe
Yes.
Phuc Long or something like that for maybe your first couple of dates. You meet them for a drink at a coffee shop, something like that.
Yes, coffee shop, malls, cinema.
And so you mentioned about the texting thing. So you should text them all the time, and you should continue talking with them, because I know in North America, if you're dating from the West, girls, if you text them too many times, they get really annoyed with you, and they don't like it, and then they lose attraction for the men. But from my experience so far with in Vietnam, it's like the opposite though. Once a girl, once she likes you, and you are in a relationship with her, if you don't text her enough, she's gonna get really angry and upset with you.
Yes, in Hanoi, doing like that.
Yeah, like they expect you to text every day or something, right? Even many times within a day.
Yes,
Just text them like, "Oh, are you home yet? Did you eat dinner yet? Something like that. Are you at work yet?"
yes. So fun.
Yeah, yeah. Like right now, I'm having some problems with a girl I am seeing. She's saying I don't care about her enough because I don't text her enough. And it's because I'm used to dating in the West more, so I've developed this habit. But now coming to Vietnam, I have to do the opposite now. Otherwise, the girl, she's gonna start causing problems in the relationship, right? She's gonna say, "You don't care about me anymore. I see other people, the boyfriend and girlfriend, the guy's always texting, the girlfriend asking about their day, but you're not doing this. You only text me when you're free. You don't text me every day," and stuff like that.
Yes, the girls in Hanoi and in Vietnam, they just want to know. They just want to know everything the man do in the day. They want to
Yeah.
control him.
Exactly. They like to control the men, right? They want to have the men follow the woman in a
Yes,
way in the relationship. You have to let me know what you're doing right now. What did you do this morning? Why aren't you texting me at nighttime to ask how my day is? Stuff like that.
yes,
And then during Women's Day, you have to buy them flowers too, right? You have to remember their birthday, Women's Day, all these special days.
yes. Anytime,
Yeah. And if you
especially
yeah,
special day.
yeah, and if you don't remember it, she's gonna start saying you don't care about her anymore, you don't love her anymore, this or that, right?
Yes,
And okay, one more last question. Can you tell our listeners about the phone checking? Do the girls in Hanoi, do they love to check their boyfriends' phones to see if they're cheating on them?
you mean take a photo with
No,
the
I mean, does your girlfriend ask you, can she see your phone, and then she checks your phone to see if you're talking with other girls?
some case some rude woman. They try to control everything, so they do this, but not almost. Just I think just 20%.
20%. Do you find the women are very jealous?
Many,
Yeah, very easy to get jealous, right?
yes.
All right. Well, I'm going to wrap things up here because we're running out of time. Dong, thank you so much for coming on the show today. It was a pleasure to hear you talk about the girls in Hanoi. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Okay, guys, if you guys want to know a little bit more about meeting girls in Hanoi, there's a link below in the description. I've written an article about where to go to meet girls in Hanoi. So make sure you guys click the link and check it out. Thanks for listening. Bye now.